Alright guys, and welcome to my next video. This video is going to be on Star Wars Battlefront Reveal and Star Wars Episode VII Force Awakens Trailer 2 Breakdown. Now, over the last 2 days we've had a lot of issues coming up regarding Star Wars with the likes of the Battlefront Reveal and the second trailer for the Force Awakens. So I thought I would run over the two of them and talk about my thoughts and different things that have been revealed. Starting off, I'd like to talk about Star Wars Battlefront, as most of the people on my channel will probably be here because of game related issues anyway. Now, we got the reveal for Star Wars Battlefront. Well, it was called a reveal, but what exactly was it? We didn't actually see any gameplay. We seen in-engine footage of the Battle of Endor, Hoth, Tatooine, and a planet called Sulust. We've been told that Battlefront will not follow the same formula as the Battlefield series, although they're both made by DICE. We've been told that the maximum player count for Star Wars Battlefront will be 40 players. We were told that this will also be in a particular type of game mode called Walker Assault. This in-engine footage was showcasing a Walker Assault battle where rebel soldiers on the Forest of Endor had to take down a AT-AT. We've also been told that there's game modes going down to as little as 8 players in Star Wars Battlefront. So this is a big variation, you know, having 40 players maximum and 8 players minimum. We have been told that the game is confirmed to ship with 4 maps for the multiplayer. Now, 4 maps to me is ridiculous, considering the original Battlefront and Battlefront 2 games had a lot more content at launch. Obviously they didn't have DLCs back in them days, but you know, they had a lot of maps. However, we have been told that there will be additional missions and maps available in the single player for single and cooperative play. We've been told that for the Xbox One and PS4 versions there will be split screen and online co-op of up to 2 people for the single player missions, and for PC we're not going to have any split screen play, we're only going to have online cooperative. So, being told we're having these 4 maps only at launch for multiplayer, I wanted to take a look at this planet Sulust, or Solust, and I consulted my Star Wars cosmology map. As you can see from the map and the footage that I've taken, that Sulust actually is pretty close to Naboo, and that it is towards the outer rim of the Star Wars galaxy. We've been told that hero mode will be back again from previous games, from Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2. We've been told Boba Fett and Darth Vader are both playable characters, both making an appearance in the in-engine reveal. So from the likes of rebel soldiers to stormtroopers to Darth Vader and Boba Fett, there will be a variety of characters to play. When questioned about space battles and battles out of the atmosphere, DICE gave no comment and said we are mainly working on epic planetary battles. We have been told that the Millennium Falcon, TIE Fighters and X-Wings will be flyable. So if you imagine, although DICE are well known for big open scale maps, if you imagine the battles being done on different levels, like the likes of Hoth, you'd have your foot soldiers on the ground and then your like TIE fighters above. So be interesting to see how that works out, considering we're only going to have 40 players max. Maybe the game is going to be divided from get-go, where certain players will have to play in the upper limit of the map and maybe the rest of the players play in the lower limit of the map. We haven't actually been told how this is going to work, and we haven't been told how the hero system is going to work, whether it's going to be the same as Battlefront 2 or Battlefront 1, where you had to get a lot of kills and capture a lot of command points to become a hero. As far as technical aspects go, we've been told that DICE has been using a type of technology called photogrammetry to recreate 3D models of original props from the original trilogy for the likes of the Battle of Endor and the Battle of Hoth. We've also been told that Star Wars Battlefront will be the first game to use Dolby Atmos sound. It'll be the first PC game to use this technology. I personally think that for the likes of any Star Wars game, that they need to get the soundtrack right for it to be completely immersive. That they need to give off the same authentic kind of tinge and feel that the original Star Wars games had. We've been told that we're going to be getting a free DLC called the Battle of Jakku, which occurs 1 year after the Battle of Endor. And it will be a DLC to tie in the original trilogy, specifically Return of the Jedi, into the Force Awakens, which will be 30 years after the events of Return of the Jedi. That DLC will be released on December 8th, 2 weeks before the release of The Force Awakens. We've also been given a release date for the game, saying that it's going to be released on November 17th. As far as the in-engine footage went, we saw little clips of Admiral Akbar, who actually led the rebellion in Return of the Jedi. We see him fighting with other rebels in the Battle of Endor. We also see some of the troopers use a type of shielding mechanic, like a bubble shield that they put down. This is very, very similar to what the Gungans used in the Battle of Naboo in the Phantom Menace. So are they using old Gungan technology, or what kind of weapon is this going to be? We've been told Star Wars Battlefront is going to have a particular partner system, which will be different to the squad system that Battlefield games have had in previous years, where you partner up with one other person, and regardless of your level, even if you're a lower level to your partner, you will have access to all of your partner's weapons and unlocks online. This to me seems like a very unfair game implementation, but we're just going to have to see how it works out when the game launches in November. We've had confirmed to us that Battlefront is going to use the same gameplay mechanics as Battlefront 2, where you can switch readily between third and first person while playing the multiplayer. I think it's too early yet to get an opinion, but from one of the articles I read on TheVerge.com, one of the guys said you can have the prettiest picture in the world, but it doesn't matter if the game doesn't play well. Now, I'm not speculating that the game ain't going to play well, but a lot of fans and a lot of people who have been looking forward to a gameplay trailer and a gameplay reveal for Star Wars Battlefront have been very disappointed with this trailer. I think it's a disgrace that EA haven't put anything out yet, considering it's only 6 months until the game releases. I'm not gonna can it or have a closed mind for this game, because I am really, really excited for it. Anybody that hasn't already seen my video on what I'd like to see in Star Wars Battlefront and what the community would like to see, you can check it out on my YouTube channel. It was one of the first videos I actually launched on my channel. So that's going to round up what I think about the Battlefront reveal. So now into the nitty gritty. The new Star Wars trailer for The Force Awakens. What a trailer. This trailer alone has added $2 billion worth of shares to Disney over the last day when it released yesterday. That is phenomenal. It's an absolutely great trailer. Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a breakdown of the trailer as things happen, as it goes along. So at the start of the trailer we have a shot of a sandy landscape which looks to be Tatooine, and we have a speeder going across this landscape, and then we see a crashed Imperial starship. Now the Imperial starship could have been there for years, or it could have freshly crashed, we don't know. Next up in the trailer, we have Luke talking about the Force being strong with his family. He mentions the Force being strong with his father, and we see the crushed and burnt helmet of Darth Vader. He says it's strong with him. We see a prosthetic hand, and a hooded figure, and R2-D2, so we can assume that's Luke Skywalker. He says it's strong with his sister. We see someone receiving a lightsaber, which we can assume to be Leia. And then he says, and you have that power too. Now, we don't know who he's talking to, but for anybody that doesn't want any spoilers, you may mute the video now. He could be talking to his son, Ben Skywalker. We've been told that the new Star Wars movie and the new Star Wars trilogy is going to have storylines involved with the main trio's offspring. So for Luke Skywalker, it'll be his son, Ben Skywalker, who is the son of him and Mara Jade, who was originally a Sith, who turned good and married Luke. And for the likes of Han and Leia, they have twins. They have Jaina and Jaqen Solo, a boy and a girl. The next shot in the trailer, we see X-Wings flying across the water. This is very similar to the same shot that we have seen in the first trailer for The Force Awakens. Next, we see the Sith from the first trailer, who has the crossguard based lightsaber. We see him striking down towards the camera. And then in the next shot, we see him holding out his hand using a force power, and behind him looks to be civilians of some planet, while they look to be ransacking the place because there's fire in the background. We then happen to come across new stormtroopers. We also see a load of stormtroopers rallying at a planet which looks to have a lot of snow. We see a big red backdrop in the background with a black logo, which we can assume to be the New Empire and someone addressing them within their ranks. Later in the trailer, we also see a new type of stormtrooper which has a chrome based armor and wears a black and red cape. This might be similar to the Imperial Guards in the original trilogy that Emperor Palpatine had. We also see new types of ships. We see new TIE fighters at a point in the trailer, which you have to actually pause to get seeing properly because they fly past so quickly. For anybody that hasn't noticed, the shot which has Finn taking off his stormtrooper helmet, it happens so fast, but if you pause the video at the right time, we see blood marks of what looks to be 3 fingers placed on his helmet. So that could indicate maybe that he killed someone. Maybe that's why he's running from the Empire. That's maybe why in the first trailer we see him without his helmet, just running mindlessly through the desert. To end off the trailer, we see the Millennium Falcon flying through a particular tunnel which looks to be on Tatooine, and then the trailer cuts to Han Solo and Chewie, with Han saying, "Chewie, we're home." Although this is stupid, we had a lot of people complaining about Chewbacca not being grey, considering the other characters from the trio have aged. Looking back at Return of the Jedi and even some of the Wookiees in the prequels, we do see grey Wookiees and that they do occur, but the thing that a lot of people seem to forget is that Wookiees actually have a lifespan of 400 years, and The Force Awakens actually takes place 30 years after Return of the Jedi. So maybe Chewie doesn't go as grey as we would all like to think. So that's going to round up my little video on the Battlefront reveal and the trailer for Force Awakens. You can follow me anytime at Facebook and Twitter at ForTheBanterNI. Until next time, my friends, goodbye.